Hello.
Hey there.
Hey.
Welcome to episode 198 of Come Get Your Podcast. I'm your host, Adam.
I'm Dustin.
I'm Chris.
How are we doing, gentlemen?
I just ripped out a burp, but I muted it.
Is that what that was?
I'm working personal growth.
Whoever's editing this one, thanks you.
Yeah.
That's me.
It is
thank
you.
myself.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Self-love,
Future-
baby.
To yourself.
Future present.
What's up on a Friday night? Oh, man.
Wish I was feeling better about it being Friday night.
Right?
But,
Yeah.
you know, I'll be back in town by 4 tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Ugh. You got to get up early tomorrow.
yeah, I do. So we have part of my job description is leading a club thing, like a philanthropic give back type situation.
Yeah.
And there's a conference for it tomorrow in basically Chicago. So, and I have to go pick a bunch of people up in the morning. So your boy's getting up in 4:30 in the morning to be gone by hopefully 5:15 at the absolute latest, probably about 5. And then get a lot of people in a big van and then get there by 9.
Oh, man.
Well, thanks for the invite.
You're welcome. I mean, you're more than welcome to come.
He's like, we could use the help.
I'll be asleep, man. Go
Okay.
ahead, I
Yeah.
appreciate it, though.
It wouldn't be that bad, but the reason I have to get up that early is because I have to drive to several different towns outside of where we live that are on opposite ends of the town and about 30 minutes in each direction.
Yep. Just adds a bunch of time.
Yeah.
Well, let me recommend you the new Joe album by Joe Curie.
Oh. Jonas? Oh.
It is pretty good.
It's really good, man. I'm really digging it.
What kind of music is it?
It's a mixture of a lot. I don't know how to describe it. There are some songs. There's one song called Charlie's Garden, which is a Beatles song to me. Like
It does.
it sounds just like a Beatles song. So,
Okay.
I do recommend it. Joking aside,
Did you say Joe Jonas earlier? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Maybe.
I thought so.
well, I mean, for the longest time, I thought it was pronounced Joe or Joe or whatever, but it is just
Right.
pronounced Joe. Like
Yeah. Just
So-
Joe.
The D is silent.
the D is silent, unfortunately. But
So cool.
D is never silent.
that's right. I don't know. I was gonna ask, like, is it really able to listen to music when you're driving? Or
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I know your clientele and things. So it's like I don't know how well that meshes.
I don't know if they'll like it.
That's a different question. You're
They
right,
may
you're right.
not be into it, but, you know.
I can put it on.
We can at least go that far.
Science. You guys like experiments?
Let's find out.
You have a great job, though. I mean, like, I know it's demanding and everything, but what you do for the world is great.
Yeah.
Outside of one specific element of my job, I like everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your job
So-
matters.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm not like overseeing a house anyway. I'm like, but
Right,
I'm
yeah.
training the people who are going into the houses. So yeah, it does matter.
It does.
But yeah, this is. I guess there's this aspect that was not a part of my previous position. Is also kind of annoying, mostly because it's on a Saturday. I would have off otherwise, and not be on call.
Mm-hmm.
But I did get today off because I have to go in tomorrow. So I guess there's that. And really the sucky part is after I'm all back in town and done, I have to go to a gala event tomorrow night.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Batman. Calm down, Bruce Wayne. That's
Fancy.
okay.
I know. So it's just going to be like a really long fucking day.
That's going to be an extremely long day.
Didn't realize what tax bracket I was surrounded by. My apologies. sir.
Well, hey, this new
A
position,
gala.
man. No.
Yeah.
No, it's there. one of the local animal shelters in town is throwing a gala tomorrow night. That a ticket was bought for me and my wife, and we're attending with my mother and two of her good friends. So
That'll be cool.
yeah, it will be. Honestly, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm assuming there's gonna be a silent auction portion. Anytime I hear the word gala, like you got to assume that.
Yeah, probably.
I know it wasn't a gala, but all I can picture is the scene in the movie Big with Tom Hanks where he's eating that gross food and he like gags and spits it out.
That is fully my intention
Okay.
for me to do that tomorrow night at some point.
I don't know
Some
why.
Poor,
It's what came to my mind.
poor server, catering server.
Just gonna live stream it.
Yeah, why
Oh
not?
no, that's not it. So yeah, it's gonna be one for the record books.
I don't know if I've ever met anyone that's gone to a gala before. So like,
Well,
I
after
was-
tomorrow.
Also at one yesterday,
Yeah.
oh,
but that was a lunch gala. So
Gala.
more so.
I didn't know that. I didn't know there was
Gala.
Yeah. Is gala just still plural?
I see.
It's
Plural.
like
I would go
moose.
along a.
Gala.
Gala is plural for some reason.
Oh, that long.
Yeah, sorry. For the first one, not the first A.
Gala.
Gala. Gala. Let's call the whole thing off.
Yeah. Whatever.
I'll be honest. I didn't know. I thought galas were only at night. I didn't know there were daytime galas. Are there breakfast
like
galas, brunch galas? What about dessert
There
galas?
has. I mean, by the logic of there's mostly at night, but it can happen during lunch.
Is gala
I mean,
just
but
a
does it
state of
turn?
mind?
It kind of is. Put red carpet for the insoles of my shoes, so I'm always walking on red carpet.
Always.
No,
I
no. We had a fundraising event gala where you had to dress very nicely, and we were at Francesco's.
Oh,
Hey, look.
that is nice.
All I'm gonna say is whatever lunch gala you went to is full of shit because Google just told me that galas typically start in the evening around 5 p.m. So I don't know.
Typically.
This is the rules. AI Google just told me this.
It said typically.
The internet's
Typically
never
is
wrong.
not all. Typically is not all encompassing.
Typically.
Guys.
I'm putting my foot down.
Guys, you know what I told my
Yes.
dad today, and I'll tell it to you too. I'm autistic. This.
Okay. I don't know how you want me to respond to that
I don't know either.
appropriately.
I use that shit at work.
On
by the
recording
way, as a
something.
joke.
It's just like hot potato. Throw that in my lap. What do you want me to do there?
Why did you do that?
I'm not diving on this grenade.
I'm autistic. I don't know, man. What a get out of jail free card I've been given this
Yeah.
life of mine.
Wow.
Joking, everybody. And I am autistic, but I'm joking about.
With great power comes great responsibility.
So many things I want to say.
You can tell me later.
I will. But yeah, no, there's a lot more fundraising events I'm being asked to go to now.
That's actually kind of fun, though. Those are always fun. Although I guess I don't know. I don't go to like them consecutively.
Yeah,
I've gone to
the
3
timing.
galas this week.
The timing's weird. Well, one's a conference.
Sure.
Did you purposely become an important person, or did you like stumble
No.
into this accidentally?
Well, I am a straight white male, so I just stumbled my way through everything and I come out on top. So,
You know what?
You love a free buffet, right? Just something included.
yeah.
I feel that in my career. I'm like, man, I feel like I failed upwards somehow. How did I
Yeah.
get here?
It's
like
all
hors
imposter
d'oeuvres.
syndrome.
Right. I fell in love with hors d'oeuvres. What do you want me to do?
Yeah,
I only have so many choices now.
Yeah.
But yes, so yeah, I mean, someone offered to build us a house yesterday, so that was cool. For my job, I work in with group homes, that kind of area of things
Yeah.
for people who need some extra help, and
That would be
Wow.
sweet.
I
so
know it wasn't
someone's-
Jimmy Carter at least. So,
it was the
Damn.
ghost of Jimmy Carter. He
well, he
actually
died,
was my boss.
Dustin.
I know.
Like
It's just damn.
Jimmy Carter's ghost.
he's that dude lived a good life, man.
JC.
Didn't know you guys
Up
were
above.
that close.
You know,
Me and JC. Peanut or wine? You gotta specify.
what would
Because
JC do? WWJC.
I'm praying to
D.
JC in heaven. Jesus Christ? No, Jimmy Carter eating.
He
What
build
would
you a
Jesus
house
do?
and give you some peanuts
What would JC
Jimmy's.
do? What would Jimmy Carter?
straight from his pockets.
Straight from his
President. Fistful of peanuts at a time for every person in America.
I know we've talked about this before when we've done like podcasts, but it always feels, for me at least, that I'm like way more loose
Yeah.
than our
You get-
normal
yeah.
size.
For some,
Evening ones?
well, we're not waking up, you know,
Yeah.
or I don't know. We've had a full day of experiences and we're over it. So I don't know if that could be something to do with it.
I think that's it. It's also, it's like the end of the week also.
Yeah.
So,
hmm
well, for some of us,
I mean, I get to go to a gala.
another one.
Actually, I have 3 on Sunday. I triple booked myself. It's going to be so embarrassing.
I just can't walk more than 5 feet without running into another gala.
Thank goodness I have a tuxedo budget.
Do some sort of like Larry David rant about too many galas.
This does seem like a very curb thing.
Yeah, right?
Uh-huh. Jerry, I had another gala to go to. I mean,
Yeah. You been to one of these galas?
No,
straight to the top.
that would be a Seinfeld episode, 100%.
I need to watch that. Yeah.
Seinfeld?
Yeah.
It's still, like, for our generation, I think it still holds pretty strong.
I've heard it holds up.
It is my brother-in-law's favorite show. Still, to this day.
Still to
Although
this day.
Sonny's up there for him. But yeah, Seinfeld is... I mean, it's a product of its era, but at the same time, a lot of it translates.
It does. Like, it really does to this day and age, And I think, like, and what I meant, like, with our generation is that now, like, we're about the same age as they were, at that time. Don't
We're
understand how
actu-
George Costanza pulled that many women. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We're actually older than
Oh,
them.
no, shut up.
Yeah, man.
I know that.
Oh, sorry. You know what I learned, speaking of age, and it has nothing to do with Dustin.
Yeah, I was just waiting for it.
Hey!
Araldus Chapman and I are the same age. And that
Really?
man can throw 102 miles an hour, and I can maybe hit 60 on
When's
if
the
I
last
want
time
to
you
shatter
tried?
my rotator cuff. But for some reason, I feel like that dude's got to be in his 50s because he's been in the league for so goddamn long.
Yeah, but when you only play one game a series
True.
for 2 innings.
All right, and that's been Baseball Corner.
I know about
Yeah.
baseball enough to be dangerous. You like that, you guys?
I was,
To your credit, yes.
yeah, I was waiting to see how you were going to end that, Chris. I was like, I want to see how accurate this is.
Was it
pretty accurate?
I was accurate, right? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
You were pretty on.
Except when Joe Madden used him too much.
yeah.
And
He's got all the right buzzwords.
Thankfully, it worked out in our favor. When the clouds are right and at 7 p.m. on a Thursday night and the moon's just a quarter moon,
Like a pizza pie.
he'll throw heaters.
It also
That's-
helped that I never sat down.
It doesn't
Very
never sat down.
I'm very superstitious about it. I paced the entire series. It's fine.
I will never forget actually like because I told you guys like the night of the World Series, like that whole day, right? For me, where I had that morning before the World Series, I was up at 2 a.m. with gallbladder, where I didn't know at the time was gallbladder
Oh
stones.
yeah, yeah.
And then I had started my new position at work, so I only got like 30 minutes of sleep maybe, and then worked the whole day learning, and then came home tired, didn't nap, watched the Cubs game, and then like the rain delay happened, and I was like, I need to go to bed. And then I turned the TV off and then laid down, and then like 5 minutes later I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Get up and watch this.
Not now.
Literally something that has only happened in a century.
I know.
Yep.
And then the rain delay, could you imagine if I didn't listen to myself and was like, nah, it'll be fine, go to bed. I'd have been
They would have
pissed.
lost. They would have lost.
They might have lost.
It would have been on you.
You know what, Dustin? Adam, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate you. Yeah.
You know,
Thank
I'm
you.
here for you guys.
When our powers combine, look what can happen.
I'm
So,
assuming
yeah.
that's the sound our power is combining. Anyway, I mean, I tried to end Baseball Corner.
I mean,
Just-
that's where I'll end. I don't have anything else to.
Okay,
to,
I mean, but here's the thing: you were fantastic during all of it, and spot on.
You were.
Thanks.
We just
That's
went
all
into
right.
extra innings.
Proud of you.
Chris.
Yeah, your
Much like
money's
baseball,
worth.
it sometimes it drags on a little.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you keep on hitting foul balls and you got 2 strikes and you keep
Or
hitting foul
dingers.
balls. Hitting dingers.
I hit dingers.
Anyway.
So Nintendo.
Anyway.
Are we actually going to talk about Nintendo
Did you hear
this
about
time?
this?
Here's the thing about Nintendo is that like they're very greedy.
Yeah, shocker.
Ugh.
Somebody had said somewhere, I think it was probably on Twitter or Reddit, and somebody was like, "Why are you guys so upset about the price?" And they said, they gave the best example, and they're like, they took a screenshot of like Best Buy or somewhere, a picture of the price of Breath of the Wild. It's still $60.
So
And
it's
it's
Mario
like-
Odyssey.
Like this shit has been out since day one
I know.
of Switch, and it's still $60.
It's ridiculous.
Like, why? And I never thought about that, to be honest. I don't buy Nintendo games that much. So I was like, God, that is a good fucking point. Why are they
their
still
first-
this much?
Their first party games are still absolutely almost full price. I think there's DS games that are still full price. Like,
Wild.
it's insane. They never change. And
Do they need to? I mean, like, for their business practice, if I was Nintendo, I wouldn't either. Like,
I
y'all
feel
buying
like
it.
this is more. I mean, we'll see. Actually, I mean, this isn't a set in stone thing because it's going to depend how they price games, first party games they put out in the future. But is this like there's a Nintendo Switch 2 bundle with the new Mario Kart? That's like $460, $470. It's not that much more than the console itself. So is this a way to just sell the bundle?
I mean, they lose money. Going off of Sony and Xbox, at least, they lose money
Well,
off
yeah.
hardware. So,
I
wonder if Nintendo does
depending
the-
how much
Yeah.
other parts come from China, they might be putting this at a loss anyway if the price doesn't change. Which hopefully it doesn't.
But that's an interesting question, Adam. Like, if by bundling that, like, if it was me, I would be just like what you said. I'd be like, well, for that, I might as well just get them both.
Yeah.
Like, $10 or $20 more. Why not? $30 more. Still a deal,
It is. I guess the other part of it is, so I don't think that part's greedy. The part where it is greedy is $10 for that manual and showcase of what the system can do.
Wait, what?
yeah, that was so wild to see that happen.
So they have essentially their equivalent of Astro's Playroom. Okay.
Yeah.
Just showing off what the Switch 2 can do. Right. And you have like, I don't know if it's obviously not as much or zoomed in as Astrobot is, but like it's that you're controlling a little guy and a bunch of other little guys everywhere, and you go through the system parts and everything like that. And it's also
called
the
Welcome Tour.
Yeah, and it's also a manual for the Switch 2, and it's $10.
You have to pay for it, digital only. And it's just like, why?
Oh, wow.
And
That
it's
one
not,
weirds me out.
And it's not like Astrobot was like they had that shit in the Playroom, but it was like a game at the same time. This doesn't look like a fucking game.
No,
This
isn't
literally just looks
it.
like an interactive manual.
Right.
For $10.
For $10 of your $10 before tax.
Because, you need the money. Nintendo's hurting for money.
So it'll be like $10.60 US.
I did have like an epiphany because I was talking to somebody about the Switch 2, and I was like, man, I really would like to play the new Donkey Kong game because it looks cool as fuck. If you guys saw the trailer for the Donkey Kong Bonanza, like it looks really cool
It does.
because like you could basically destroy anything. From what I could tell,
It's like Red Faction.
like yeah, Red Faction.
Oh, really?
PS2,
Yeah.
like dude, it was crazy.
Like all of the
mountains.
It's all
walls. Like
destructible.
the dude was
I like
just able
that.
to destroy everything.
Yeah. All right.
And then I was like, oh man, I would really. And I was like, Metroid Prime 4, damn. But then I was like, hold on, that's coming for the Switch actually.
Both
okay.
of them are. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, Bonanza is 2? I thought Bonanza was Switch 2 only. Hold on.
It should be.
Let me look
I
now.
think you might be able to share it to Switch One. I could be wrong as well, obviously.
I need to look this up. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
yeah,
it's just for Switch 2.
Oh, okay. I was say, from what I also understand, because I've seen a couple people who've gotten hands-on. They went to the premiere event thing. I wasn't invited to that gala.
You were double
yeah.
booked.
I was double booked.
Another
that day.
gala.
That game pushes the Switch 2 like
Yeah.
Zelda Breath of the Wild did for the Switch 1.
Really.
Yeah. Which you
Which
could
game
get
is
patched.
The
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
yeah.
And they are having upgraded versions of games for certain games, at least, like Breath of the Wild.
The Zeldas.
And Tears of the Kingdom will have an upgraded version. And I'm curious on how it'll play. They also had a really cool thing. Sorry, real quick. They also had a really cool thing with Tears of the Kingdom where like you could upload schematics of machines you built and stuff, and people could download it and then just make it. And I was like, that's actually pretty cool. Like that's a part of Tears of the Kingdom I didn't personally enjoy, but I know people will. But knowing Zelda, if it's like Breath of the Wild, I just gotta play it 2 more times.
It scratches an itch for me, but it does get a little repetitive. Not because you build the same thing over and over and over again, which you can do, but it's just like, okay, you need to have resources and all this other stuff, and that can get a little tedious.
Yeah, because like base building in games like Grounded or Fallout 4 most recently, like I had a blast doing it. Like I just played the shit out of Fallout 4 recently, and like I made in the Mechanist layer, I made my own like bat cave basically, which was cool. And then I also there's a lighthouse one, and I made like an actual like real house. It was really cool to do. Like I've never really done that aspect of it before, and I was actually having some fun with this.
I just recently reinstalled Fallout 4 to give it another go.
I love Fallout 4, man.
Because it's been enough years that maybe I've taken a step away long enough.
Should have the Enclave update now too, right?
Yeah, I have the whole whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with the Enclave.
You might have to go to the Creation Club and download it.
Download them first. Yeah, you might be right.
There's some mods and that are free as well. But there's some cool paid ones. I think they also give you like Creation Club coins to start or something like a little bundle. So
starter pack, yeah. All right, with Donkey Kong, what were we talking about?
It was really testing the limits of the Switch 2
hardware. But with the Zelda updates, that was the next part. They're $10, but it does. I mean, like even in handheld mode, it's running at 60 FPS.
Yeah.
Okay. Which
is sweet. And if you go to performance mode, it bumps it down to 720 in handheld, but again, you're still getting 60 FPS. So like, that's kind of nice. But with docked, it can do like an actual 4K, which is gorgeous for that game.
I was shocked, honestly, when they announced the hardware. Like, I really was super surprised on how beefed the Switch 2 is. Like, for Nintendo, I wasn't expecting it.
It puts it. I mean, it's up there now. Like they're in business.
I mean, they got a fucking From Software game.
The family console, by the way. Yeah,
like
it's a From Software game. That's not Bloodborne 2.
Yeah, there's people like say Bloodborne 2 and are upset, and there's also people that were upset because they feel like From Software like basically just made their own Castlevania. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, a little. That's not a bad thing necessarily.
I got one of my friends online is a super Castlevania person. She was upset about it. I'm like, I don't think I've like really played a Castlevania before, so I feel for you though. I do, but I got nothing. It looks cool. But it's also like PvE, as well, if I
Yeah.
read that correctly. So I think it's kind of Night Rain adjacent in that sense, but probably more story driven. But
It's kind of battle royale-ish. Kind of. Because apparently when you go into a match, you have a target, and someone has you as their target. So that's where the PvP element can come in. You don't have to do it. You can just kind of try and be silent and just loot stuff and get out. And Miyazaki was apparently inspired by Escape from Tarkov at the time they created this game. So that's kind of making sense. So
it's going to be kind of a mixture of both, where you could legitimately come in, loot. I guess I don't know what you'd be looting unless you're like fighting mini bosses and stuff.
there are world bosses.
And then just get out.
But
That's interesting.
it's like an extraction Souls.
I mean, it's cool that they're going in. They're trying some new things, you know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, and the more they can try to perfect multiplayer for themselves, the better off I think the quote unquote single player games would be. Maybe. I mean, and because that's what we thought was happening with Night Rain. So
Yeah.
and we got this dropped in our laps suddenly.
But then also, fucking Elden Ring is coming to Switch too. Like
Yeah, and
that was crazy.
an enhanced version
Yeah,
of some kind too.
The tarnished edition.
That's what it is.
Fucking Cyberpunk is coming to it.
That one I'm
Which-
interested to see how it's going to run. But it's
Yeah,
been
it runs
so
runs
patched, right? It's been so patched. They can't let it.
These
Be
are
shit
games. Here are some games I never thought I would have seen from on a Nintendo's console. Just from awareness. Final Fantasy VII Remake, integrate. Borderlands 4,
Well. Yep.
Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, and Cyberpunk 2077. I never would have thought. And we're also getting EA Sports FC. I almost said Fight Club. It's not a Fight Club. Madden
It
NFL,
is now.
WWE, and NBA 2K. Like this is like the first time since Nintendo 64, maybe GameCube. I don't know that Madden has been on a Nintendo console. So it's like, what?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been.
Like
a minute.
Nintendo is it. This is like a leap for them in a lot of ways. So,
It is. There might have been one on the Wii. I can't remember. But GameCube or Wii, which was what is either one of those.
But it's like we're also going from like Nintendo family friendly. You're gonna have Borderlands 4 and Cyberpunk on your console. Excuse me.
And a From Software game.
Yeah.
From Software games are bloody and stuff like that, but they're not usually like.
Well, no, they're not like Cyberpunk with.
They're not like sexual
nudity.
or anything,
Yeah.
you know. But like Cyberpunk and. I mean, you know, that's I'm just saying it's not what they're known for. You know. What I'm saying?
No,
Like,
yeah,
But
very true.
But a Cyberpunk like that, like literally you get a fucking dildo as a sword, like in that game.
Hell yeah, you do.
And it's actually a really good weapon in that game.
It is. It really is. It really is. Yeah, you know, from what I've seen and been told, but via YouTube, Cyberpunk is pushing it, obviously, but it runs. And it runs pretty decently. It's probably not up to PS4 Pro or maybe even PS4, but it's right around very low, tier PC, but it runs.
But it's been so optimized at this point,
exactly.
though. So
I mean, you're just not getting graphical fidelity you would on a $5,000 computer. Who would have guessed, right? Mm-hmm. So the fact that it runs and you can take it with you on a Nintendo is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I am excited that they are with the Switch 2. They're doing the GameCube like virtual console.
Right, I like that.
Coming to it, so I'm excited for that because I've been jonesing to play Wind Waker again. But also Soul Calibur 2 was announced for it too. It was just like,
I know.
Shit. I haven't thought about Soul Calibur 2 in a long time, but I remember having a blast with that game.
So the price point, at least at the moment, as of this recording, is $450 US before tax. Is that a fair price point? considering all the drama around game prices.
For everything you get for it, and that it's backwards compatible, yes. I think it is.
Yeah, because
I'd
they're
agree.
likely, like you said, taking a loss on it already, even at that price point. That'd be my guess.
The fact that some games also, or most games, you can go into a mouse mode with it, with the Joy-Cons, is pretty cool. And
Yeah, I saw the demo they showed with it with Metroid 4, and it looked pretty cool. Like it looked like decent. Like it seems like such a gimmick, but seeing it in action, I was like, oh, okay.
yeah, like you can use the mouse to like free look around, and then seamlessly pick it up and go back to like with control sticks. Mm-hmm. That's pretty sweet.
The only thing that was for sure a gimmick to me, and I was like, this is so silly and dumb, but Nintendo is like the camera that they showed for the Jamboree TV.
Thankfully, not required.
It looks so stupid, but so Nintendo at the same time. I'm like, oh my god.
It screams Nintendo.
Dustin, you got to look this up when you get a chance, because it is like,
I will.
I just that I am not the market for this at all, but I'm like, this is probably gonna sell pretty well. Like,
This is for somebody.
I don't know where, but it's like the PlayStation Eye basically.
Oh, no.
For the amount of power under the hood and the graphical fidelity it can put out with a lot, and especially with Nintendo games, because those aren't incredibly intensive. The only reason Donkey Kong Bonanzas is because everything's destructible and they're all like individual voxels that are, glued together until you beat them to a pulp. But outside of that, like, all of those are going to be able to be probably in like 4K 60 frames, which is crazy to say for a Nintendo console.
How much is the Steam Deck?
Depends what edition you're getting.
I think it starts at 400. If I could be mistaken though.
I
Right,
believe
there's
it
like
does
2 or
start at
3
there.
tiers.
Yeah,
2 tiers, 3 tiers.
2 or 3, I think, at this
Is
point.
there 3? Because it's like 3 different storage
Yes.
sizes and shit, right?
Yeah, so I'm looking at it right now. There's 3. Mm-hmm. The entry level one starts at $400, and you get
Yeah.
250 gigabytes LCD, and then it goes up to 550, which you get the 512 gigabyte OLED though,
You don't know OLED.
Okay.
which has a better refresh rate, a better Wi-Fi in it as well, better battery, and then for 650 you get the terabyte. And that has the anti-glare glass and everything like that. As somebody who has a Steam Deck, who's actually been using it a little bit more recently, I'm fine with the $400 model. Like, it's been fine.
Yeah. So I guess like
But I'm also not looking at my Steam Deck and being like, I need to play Cyberpunk or some high-end
Right.
games. I'm not using my Steam Deck for that. It can be used for that. But I've played, Call to the Lamb was great on it. Hollow Knight was great on it. Hades, Celeste. I just beat Final Fantasy 9 on it.
Yeah, those are perfect.
That's what I want to use it for. I tried Elden Ring on it. It's not terrible. One of the first games I tried on it was Doom Eternal. Not terrible, but I'm like, this is not for me.
It's not what you
this
wanna
is
do.
not- This is not what I
Yeah.
want. This for. But it can do those things if you want it. If you want to, no problem. So
another $50 for, you get the same amount of space. It's not probably as powerful, I think. Almost, though. I don't know screen size difference, but I think it's pretty close. It's not OLED like the Switch 1 can be now, but apparently that doesn't really matter too much. The LCD whatever system they have in there it's a very nice screen, and it has a 120 hertz screen in it, so can handle all the frames.
yeah.
So I mean,
the resolution. I think the resolution on the Switch is better.
it might be, yeah, versus the first edition for sure.
Well, the Steam Deck are all the same. They're all 1280
Oh, are they?
by 800. You get to the OLED models, it's HDR then.
Okay,
But-
yeah.
but-
Well, the Switch 2's HDR, and then 1080 handheld 4K docked.
Yeah, so it's better, but it's not like
Yeah.
And for me, I don't know if I would be able to tell. It's tremendous to tell the difference, really. But
It's really the 60 frames versus 30.
but again, it'd be in the same argument with Steam Deck with the Switch 2. I would not probably use a Switch 2 to play Cyberpunk and stuff like
Right.
that. No, like the biggest graphical intense game, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Obviously, we talked about it, but like Metroid, Prime 4.
Sure.
And then whatever else they come out in the future.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, so the $50 gets you a little bit more, a little less in some other areas, but you're paying the $50 for more Nintendo games that are obviously only going to be on Switch.
Yeah.
Right.
Technically, you get more value with a Steam Deck because of the Steam library.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the price points and the sales, like Steam sales have it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Nintendo, you're it's the name. You have the Nintendo games. They have the backing for that. Like, if I were to put my Dustin hat on, I would buy a Steam Deck.
Well, yeah.
Because fuck Nintendo. Mario bullshit, the fuck out of here. It's a get the fuck out of my face.
There is no launch title.
There's
It's Mario.
It's a Mario
Other than
Kart, at
Mario
least.
Kart.
Well,
Which actually, looking more into what the new Mario Kart is offering, there's some cool stuff in there, but not $80 cool.
I can't. I wouldn't. Just
Mario Kart holds a very special place in my heart.
I haven't played Mario Kart for a long time, but like obviously Mario Kart 64 is fantastic. Like I always have such a like Mario Tennis, Smash Brothers,
But $80, and again, this may not be a testing the waters moment. This could be trying to push bundles, but
yeah.
who knows? Hopefully, at least with the amount of backlash that there has been, along with the possibility that the console itself could end up being more at any given moment. Nintendo's kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit, and a lot of it comes down to the $80 Mario Kart, but most of it comes down to that $10 manual. Which it's $10. It's not a lot, but
seeing the reactions of them saying it was paid, it was so funny. Like,
I woke up just in time to tune in
my
about
God.
20 seconds before they said that. So I was like half awake, and I'm like, wait a second, did they just say this is a paid title? What?
there's one thing we have yet to discuss that is important with the Nintendo Switch that I'm shocked you haven't brought up yet, Adam, and that's the C button.
We have one now.
They have a game chat button on their controllers.
That is now the once great and mighty yellow C button is now reduced to pay us money to be online and chat with your friends, which is something you've been able to do for decades for everything else.
Yeah, and other consoles. This is why
Literally everything else.
I joked in our friend Discord, like when you had said something, and I was like, yeah, Nintendo's the fucking Apple of video game systems. Like, they're just like, look at this
They
new
really
innovation, cool stuff, and I'm like, we fucking
us the
had
money.
that for.
It's been around.
We're sorry.
We've had that for 5 years now. Like,
This has been a thing.
because in the same vein, Apple, like, doesn't know you're not like an Apple fanboy by any means, but like Apple fanboys are wild out there, man. Like it's like man, they're the best. They can do no wrong. It's the same with Nintendo fanboys. Oh my god, it's the greatest thing in the world. Like take a breath real quick.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Take a breath of the wild real quick.
Yeah, take a breath of the wild, and wipe your tears of the kingdom. Like, you're gonna be okay. It's good. I mean, with that said, though, I am with as powerful as the Switch 2 is, I was surprised. Like all that stuff, like the 4K at 60, or the 4K at 120, and then performance mode is still at 60 at 720. I was like, okay, Nintendo, okay.
Those are good numbers.
Yeah, man. So,
but we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't think we're gonna stay at that price point if stuff continues the way it's continuing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's $450 right now. They announced, but like, who knows? Like, that price could very well go up.
Currently, a pissing match happening outside, and
yeah.
I want to know how much the next iPhone's going to be, because I can't believe Apple would sell it at a huge loss.
Nope. Or
thought
Samsung with their phones too, you know.
A lot of them, yeah. Fun stuff.
Yep.
The world's great, you guys.
It is.
You wonder why we don't have kids. You know?
That we know about.
Right.
Oh, right.
It's very careless when I was... What?
What?
Well, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, other than that, you know, you got the Nintendo stuff going on, and
Minecraft movie's doing good.
Minecraft movie is doing gangbusters, except for this. I don't know if you guys might have seen it, but like some theater in Utah had like kids go wild. Like not I say kids, but these are like 20-year-old people. Like that when the chicken jockey scene came up, they were like caused chaos and literally let a chicken loose in the theater.
It's a TikTok trend.
Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it.
Is this like the Harlem Shake?
Kinda,
Like
but
way worse.
But
Way
it's, I mean,
worse.
it's not always a chicken. It's like people are just yelling, screaming, throwing, like, I've seen toilet paper rolls getting thrown around the theater, and it's not a U.S. thing specifically. It's all over the fucking world. Like,
It's a
there's a
TikTok
chain
thing.
there's a chain in Great Britain that's like, will ban you for life basically if you get caught doing that shit.
But with that said, people have legitimately said the Minecraft movie is decent. Like it's
Yeah.
it's an entertaining movie to go watch in theaters to see the reaction of mainly the kids and everything. It's just like, yeah, okay. This is the kids' end game, like, you know, I suppose.
The fact
like,
that Ben was like, it's good, it's fun.
Made me laugh a few times. It's like, okay.
Like, I could get behind that.
Was it too long? How
Yeah.
long? Yeah.
3 hours, just right.
3 hours?
Where did I read?
Steve.
Steve.
I
Dude,
read that they originally had approached Matt Berry to play Steve and not Jack Black.
Oh
He
my
couldn't.
God.
But he couldn't because of scheduling conflicts.
Fucking,
Oh,
it had to be the last
no.
season of What We Do in the Shadows.
Could you
still
imagine
need to
though,
watch
fucking
that.
Matt Berry as Steve from Minecraft?
I want the Barry cut.
Oh my god! Also, separately, we're gonna get fucking Coyote versus Acme now.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ketchup Entertainment. I can't
Ketchup.
say that name straight
Ketchup
faced at all.
Entertainment.
Ketchup Entertainment. But hey,
I want this. I want it. It could be the shittiest movie in the world. I don't care. Fucking go to the theaters, drive this shit home, you guys.
it's getting a national release. I'm there. I'm in there at some
Same.
point. Yeah.
Also, a really cool thing I read for the Oscars. I think starting in 2027, they're going to be doing best stunts
Yeah, finally.
category, which is awesome. So, I
Well,
really like that.
It's about time.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is happy.
Yeah, he's going to be able to win it all now.
I can win another award. It's like, well,
It's a major
I mean,
award.
listen, everyone in this podcast, listening or otherwise, knows how I feel about Tom Cruise, but I respect the hell out of the fact that he does a lot of his own stunts.
dude,
so.
that trailer.
Speaking
I'm
of
jacked.
things that Adam was a lot. We got a new Wes Anderson film coming.
That
guys.
was that was so good. So they really are just the same movie. Michael
Four.
Cera sitting there
I-
like, oh
I-
no.
I literally saw a tweet of that before Adam said anything, and it was like basically the same thing. And I was like, "Yeah, this is Adam's burner account. What the fuck?"
You know my alt now. Shit.
Yep. Wow.
I saw that and I was just like, oh, someone gets me. That's how I feel seen.
It's turning.
The tide finally. It's been a long battle. It's
It's
only been what, like 10 years I've been saying,
Right.
if not that you've known about.
Yeah. That's when I started to hear Wes Anderson made the same movies.
The fact that it had over 500,000 views on that tweet too, I was like, yes, get the word out there.
They all look the same, really. Like they do.
Visually, yeah, they do. It's the content and the cadences and how the characters are. That's when it's like, wait a second. Hold on. I've seen this before. Anyway, before I get down that rabbit hole too much, I did enjoy the fact that Michael Cera looks just as awkward as ever in that still photo
Oh yeah.
from the movie. But I also watched, going on a movie tangent here, I watched Godzilla -1 finally.
I heard that's amazing.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it reminds me of the old Godzilla movies that I watched when I was a kid, and like the ones from the before we were alive.
Yeah, the
versions.
OGs.
Yeah, like there's a lot of not even direct homages, but like the tone and feel of the movie feels like those, which is cool.
Is that a reboot of the universe, or is it like
It's
the
just
fourth
a one-off.
movie? And okay.
No, it's just a one-off thing. The guy wanted to do it, the director and writer, and they're like, we like the old Godzilla movies, that like all these new ones are super cool and everything, but as you know, making it, they're Japanese, making it in Japan, that kind of stuff. Like they wanted to pay respects, I think. And again, maybe I'm wrong, but it sure felt like they wanted to. And it is probably the angriest Godzilla I've ever seen.
Really?
And there's honestly some super fucking cool moments. And the writing isn't awful. It's a little, again, like 60s era, kind of that kind of cheesiness. There's a little bit of that there.
Sure.
But it's not overbearing. And there's honestly some twists in there that I didn't see coming. So.
Hell yeah. I think I saw that they greenlit Godzilla vs. Kong 3. Is that correct? Maybe
another. I don't know
if that's the side title or not, but
I know there is another one that was greenlit within the last few days, which I haven't.
I gotta catch up on these monster movies, man, because like I think the last one I saw was the one with Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh yeah, that was like 2014.
Yeah.
Or was Kong Island after that one?
Kong Island. So the Aaron Taylor Johnson one, I don't think is a part of the MonsterVerse that's happening right now.
No. The one that I saw had like. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm looking this up.
Is that at Cranston? Right?
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, that is the one with Cranston.
Yeah. I think he's in it for 10 minutes or whatever. Just the beginning.
Maybe.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I just was surprised.
I saw it in theaters and like it was legit.
Okay, I think the last one I saw was King of the Monsters.
Okay.
Which, because I had like all of them.
Yeah, that was right before. That was the setup before Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong, whatever it is. I think. I don't know. It's hard to keep track, man.
Yeah,
that was a fun time.
Yeah, I don't think I saw Godzilla versus Kong because that. Yeah.
It was absurd.
Yeah, because this one had Kyle Chandler in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So.
I saw him in Wolf of Wall Street the other day.
Good movie.
And I've not watched that in forever.
Good movie. Black Mirror started also too.
Oh shit! This season looked interesting. I might have to jump back in.
And then Daredevil's amazing. It's got one episode left. Like it really is good.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that last episode. I'm gonna binge watch the hell out of it.
Same.
Misty, after we have finished Sopranos, obviously. We've kind of taken a break from hard dramas, but now we started Chernobyl.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. That's a show I need to watch still too.
That is great.
It's only 5 episodes, so it's an easy one.
There's an entire episode though I personally have a hard time watching.
Which one?
It has to do with dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to fast forward a bit through that.
She's not going to enjoy that one.
No.
I won't either, but
I just couldn't. I was like,
it's
I can't do this.
I just keep telling it's a show. It's a show. Yeah, one of those things.
Yep.
Another thing we have started in preparation for Sunday is Last of Us season 1, not part 1. Pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
However, HBO has a version of it with ASL. So American Sign Language.
Yeah.
And so there's just someone in the corner who's signing the entire time. And
pretty
interesting because like, well, they have subtitles, and it's like, but you can't get emotion from subtitles, obviously.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
So this guy is literally like acting a little bit while he's signing,
Yeah.
which makes it super interesting. And honestly, like it's not the ASL part, but like the fucking acting he does and the faces he makes when he's signing is like it makes me laugh. And I don't that sounds bad, but I promise it isn't. You'll understand if you watch it, just because
Okay.
like the face he makes when he's saying like when birds are chirping in the background, like he scrunches his face up and like makes like tweeting, wording like tweets, basically.
Okay.
So that's the funny part. But like I'm learning some signs for some stuff, and we have clients who are deaf and use ASL, so
Yeah.
it's probably beneficial.
There we go.
It's super cool.
It is, and like I think it's a recent addition because there's only a few things that have it. Last of Us season 1 being one of them. Also, Beetlejuice has ASL,
Really?
and
Ah.
the Barbie movie.
That I can see.
I also read shortly before we started streaming that or recording that they greenlit Beetlejuice 3.
Really?
Yep.
Did you guys see too?
I did not. I was just going to ask, like, did they set it up for a third?
Not
They
really
must have.
that I can remember.
No?
I mean,
5
It's
hours
a-
ago, Tim Burton's Beetlejuice 3 confirmed at Warner Brothers.
okay. The second one's enjoyable.
Yeah. I heard
I
it
heard
was
it
was-
a safe sequel. I said what I think I heard it was called.
Yeah,
It was like,
it's a safe sequel, but it's
fun.
not. It's fun. It's a good time.
yeah.
If you like Beetlejuice, it basically it's like it's kind of like how Episode 7 was safe, but we all kind of liked it, for Star Wars.
Yeah, sure.
It's a lot of the same beats as what it's paying an homage to, but like at least with Beetlejuice, it wasn't too much.
Okay. And it's enjoyable.
Yeah, and they handle the dad.
I haven't seen that, but
They handle that pretty well.
yeah, he just died.
Yeah, he's
There's more to it than just that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
his character's dead, but
There's a
there's
whole
more. It's
cartoon.
handled well.
It's great.
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
I'll give it a watch. It's on Max, so
Yeah.
you can watch it
Mhm.
whenever.
God, they figured out their color scheme and brought it back to the black and white.
Mm-hmm. It looks so much better.
It really does. I like purple, but I don't
Right.
know. It wasn't HBO.
Exactly. It just feels right now. Chris
So, yeah,
feels like
now-
I don't care.
it's fine.
It's been streaming apps. That's are they visually pleasing talk?
Aesthetic corner.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. But it's Friday evening, and I'm tired.
Aesthetic corner.
Aesthetic corner. Nope.
That's the
I mean,
corners.
I tried to reach out to a friend, and be like through like Audible and say, hey, short notice, we're recording early.
Yeah.
and we didn't get
Yeah.
anything. So
That's alright.
I have no disc corners or anything for you guys today. So
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it'd be like that.
It's kind of on us.
that's
Yeah.
okay. Life happens.
You know what? But for next time, we might have a double dose
Yeah,
Mm.
a little
to
extra.
make up for the lack of it this week. But either way, it'll be fine.
Hell yeah. I will say, not for a disc corner, but for just a small little shout out that, my birthday was on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And a certain video game that I enjoy very much, Dead by Daylight, gifted me their new killer.
That was super cool.
So,
Say what now?
you heard me.
Oh.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are you
Sounds
allowed to
very
talk
cool.
about it?
No, I mean,
What is
just, it's just a new. It's the new killer. It's from the anime Tokyo Ghoul. He's called the Ghoul,
Oh,
and
okay.
he kind of flings around the map like Spider-Man. I've only played against him a few times. Not that fun to go against. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
So if you get good with it, you're gonna wipe the floor with everybody.
yeah, I've heard he's fun to play as, but playing against him, it's not. It has not been enjoyable.
They need to tweak
far.
it a bit. They just need to optimize it.
A little bit. Yeah. But
That's usually what they need to do, though.
in the Dead by Daylight world, though, they have Five Nights at Freddy's coming in the next couple of months. So they're doing a huge quality of life updates and stuff as of recently, and are because to go along with what we've talked about in the past, also with new player experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they have to. They got to cater to these people.
They got to do something
because you're not gonna get these like brand new kids and stuff from Five Nights at Freddy's coming to play Dead by Daylight and get fucking stomped and be like,
yeah, and then out. That'll be real quick.
We need to return to Modern Warfare 2 lobbies from 2006 without the racism.
I was about to say,
you know what I mean?
But it's like, yeah, I get it. So we'll see. It's interesting what they're doing. So.
Hey, I'm open to see all the changes.
The fact that they're still supporting the game like they're,
Yeah, it is fun. It is a fun game to play. That 2v8 is just 2v8. So fun. Yeah, it's just so fun.
2v8 is like the basic stuff, man. It's a good time. Adam, the next time 2v8 comes along, I urge you to download it and play with us. It's a good time. Like, it's fun. There's no real perks. There's like classes that you play instead, and it's just silly, goofy fun that we just laugh and
that should
whatever.
Probably happen then, huh?
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's a really popular mode, so I mean, it'll probably happen within the next couple of months, I'm sure.
Sweet. I'll need to take
next
a break.
month.
I'm still trying to finish. I'm trying to Platinum Outlaws right now, and man, there's some Ubisoft grind.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, what I should
surprising.
do is take a look at the trophy list and make sure I have to grind, because if I don't, I've wasted a lot of time.
Oh, no. Or is there like maybe you have to just restart it?
No, it's just like there's treasure chests everywhere. I want to, and not all of them give like collectible items. Some of them just give like some nice resources that are rare.
Sure.
So not that, to me, that means not every chest is needed for a trophy, but are they needed for a trophy? I would assume collectibles are, but I should probably look and make sure.
Double check.
Because if not, I've already done a huge grind, but I'd be saving myself from an even larger grind.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to get out now if I need to.
But it's gotten to a point where like I take breaks, and so I went to a different Monolith game, because I think it's the same company that made both of these, and have been playing Shadows of Mordor.
Oh.
Yeah.
You having fun with that?
Yes, overall, but I don't like the camera.
No.
It's how I felt about Control, kind of, where like there's a weird weight to it that just throws me off.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how to really explain it, but I know I'm giving, like, because I've never finished Shadows of Mordor, so I want to finish it. Then I think Control's the next logical step, because if I can do it for Shadows of Mordor, I can do it for Control.
Right.
I believe in you.
Thank you. We'll see.
I think you'd really enjoy Control.
Control is like, it's just such a wild ass story of like, lore pieces, and just how it's Remedy, it's Sam Lake, So it's.
I still need to finish Alan Wake 2, so like the thought process here is Shadows of Mordor, Control, finish Alan Wake 2. That's the idea. The through line, if you will.
I forgot. Hold on. I gotta make sure.
That's the roadmap, you would say?
Well, just the through line being, I'm playing a game that I did not care for the camera system. So I go to another game with that. I did not care for the camera system, but then that relates to Alan Wake 2. It's my 7 degrees, basically.
Oh, no, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Well, then you do have Marathon coming soon from Bungie, FYI. I don't know exactly when, but it's
okay.
Like, I want to say it's this year. But that's their sci-fi extraction shooter. So
Yeah. I'm hoping to hear more about it from like people, like if they do another showcase event kind of thing. That's what I'm really waiting
Get
for.
their
Because
hands on it.
honestly, everything I've heard about from people who have played it is not good. So I'm just kind of waiting, and we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
I saw-
Oh, go ahead.
I saw Dr. Lupo say like it's good, but it could be way more than what it is.
I was gonna say the last thing I've heard about it was like a year ago or more, so I should probably look it up a little bit, get refreshed. But Tarkov's did a whole new thing that's fucking so fun. So I've been enjoying that in the meantime. Hopefully Bungie can pull this one out though. I always want to root for him.
Hopefully.
Yeah. But yeah, we are at an hour and 1 minute. So
Somebody's got to go to bed.
I really do. And with no disc corner, and I'm pretty sure there's no tweet corner because though I haven't looked.
I looked earlier. I didn't see
Okay.
anything. Yeah.
I figured there wouldn't be, but we did this early, so that's why there's no disc corner. Apologies to everyone who looks forward to the end of our episode, so it's done. Anyway, in lieu of that, please let everyone you know about this podcast and your favorite boys on the internet. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell random strangers on the street. Let them know to come listen to your favorite boys over at Come Get Your Podcast, because we are on pretty much everything at this point, from Podbean to Google's podcast thing, iTunes, Spotify, you name it. We are pretty much out there everywhere. But as always, we end our episodes with a shower thought from Reddit. And this week's comes from user KillinTime55. And they say, it's a good thing the commissioner never had to summon Batman on a clear night. And that is going to do it for episode 198. Come Get Your Podcast. I've been your host, Adam.
I've been Dustin.
I've been Chris.
And we'll see you next time.